Check. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Thank you. Stack your long-term coins. Everything is on mega sale. You know, what people don't realize is sometimes you can't stack. Sometimes you got to just short the market. And today we're going to talk about that. Sometimes DCAing is not what you should be doing. Sometimes you need to actually be in a stable coin shorting the market because there's going to be better prices. You don't want to buy when there could be better prices, right? So we're going to break down how to make money no matter which way the market's going. If you're not shorting the market for the last few weeks, you are missing out entirely. If you watched me on BitBoy last night, which could have got a nice 5 o'clock update from me. Look at here I am. I'm taking it one step at a time. Let me get this music.
I appreciate that. If you like what the people are saying, make sure you hit.
And I'm going to watch this throughout the night and keep my team updated. And 1,000 and 50,000 is still undervalued. And I believe we will be at $1 million. And so I'm not that. And you're already low. So that means that 1 hour really keep my team updated. And anyway, however, I'm still buying Bitcoin. This is saying we're going down here, and I left this on exactly as it was, but highly likely we're going back down to 35,000, like 200, 35,400 area. And that was the last prediction before I went to bed. If you're in my trading group, that's the last thing I said before. That was the last thing I posted after we had a weekly group screen share last night. We sit together for over 2 hours, and we break down the markets. But you could see, I'm about to go to sleep last night, and I post this just like this, and I say we're at resistance. It's likely to go to 35,200. That's my target. Going to break to the downside, right? I would short that market. Highly likely it would be time to short the market, right? So we see what happened to Bitcoin. It went exactly to my target, which is kind of crazy. My target was 35,200. We wicked exactly to it. I don't know how I get this precise. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if I'm psychic. I don't know. I mean, I would get the direction, but to get the direction within an actual penny, I wasn't even off by $1. You could say I was off by maybe $1. Right? It went to 159, I think it wicked. Fine, I was off by like $30. I mean, my predictions are off by literally dollars. It's pretty crazy. I haven't seen anyone as accurate. There's a lot of accurate Bitcoin traders, but whatever. You guys will watch it on your own. I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, so I predict the whole point of the story is if you're my trading group, people join trading groups to kind of figure out, to know what's going on in the market, right? I put out a prediction in my trading group every single night before I go to bed. Right when I wake up, I keep you updated. And I've been spot on for the last, forever time. We called the hidden bearish divergence. We nailed the bottom. From here, we called this bottom. We called this pump. We called this short. We called more shorts. Basically said, the bottom's not in yet. I'll be able to figure it out when we get to it, but we haven't seen it yet. We're desperately trying to round out here. A rounded bottom pays the bill. So, you can see, we're trying to round a bottom here for sure. That's what Bitcoin's desperately trying to do for a balance reversal. That's what you'll see. You'll start seeing a rounded bottom, right? It starts with a horrible pain to the downside, right? So we nailed it. We nailed the short. I hope you're shorting. If you don't know how to short the market, you're going to miss out on so much money. And if your only idea is to buy DCA into HODL and you don't want to learn how to short the market, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on tons of money because that money you make shorting, you can then go and buy the coin at the low. Because the point of the story is to have capital. When you make money when the market goes down, you have capital ready to buy more coins. And that's the beauty of it. It's the dual action that comes from it. It's the paying on the way down and then getting out of trades and being able to buy things that are on the low, instead of riding things up and not having any money when the market dumps on you, So, and I tell you, you play Phantom 3S, you play, and we had it locked in for you. We even talked about this highly likely breaking back to the upside. We went over this. I went over it in depth. So the honest, it's just range. So if anyone didn't make, 26% last night, I don't know, something's wrong. Something's wrong. If anyone in my group didn't make 25% last night, something's wrong. Something's going on. Either you are too afraid to take to learn your own technical analysis. Either you're watching me so much, but you're still you don't believe it, or you're weary, or you still don't realize that my predictions are basically spot on. When I tell you that Bitcoin's highly likely to dump, it's highly likely to dump. I hate to say it. I'm not trying to say I'm the end all, but I do this every single day, and I look at it for hours a day. Most other people, if you compare me to all other YouTubers, they're making content
They're going on interviews. I don't know what else they're doing because they're YouTubers. I'm a trader and a charter who happens to be on YouTube. It's kind of two different things, right? Point of the story is, if you didn't make 20% last night, what is going on? What's going on? You know, what happened? Like, what could you not have seen that was obvious? Bitcoin was going to crash last night. So obvious to me, based on the technical analysis. You know, I snapped up only 20%. Good to see you, Grace. I'm overloaded with coins. Now I'll wait in DCA if I sell the wife. Crypto Cash. Phantom 3S been eaten lately. Exactly. Looking snazzy, Sam. That tie and pocket square are fantastic looking today. Shout out to Win Dizzle. Thank you so much for saying that. Appreciate you for jumping on in. If you didn't short last night, then where you at? You know. Yeah, I just want to make sure people are paying attention because I'm working really hard to keep the group updated, and then I see people leave the group, and I'm like people left the group at the end of this month for whatever reason, you know, and it's like, and we were just making money. So, like, I guess that you don't want to make money. I don't understand. Because this short alone would have paid for a month in the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Or not even, I don't like these, a month in the trading group, in the Lifer trading group, you know. Looking fire, Sam. Shout out to OC Benji. Thank you so much. You know, it's Friday. You got to look fresh on a Friday, baby. You got to look fresh on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's weird. At the last minute, I put the tie on. I never thought I was going to put the tie on. Just on the last second, I put the tie on. Who knows? And then I had to put the yellow pocket square in because I had the yellow tie. And I was like, hey. And there's actually a little bit of yellow in the shirt, too. There's like this tinge look, whatever. Yeah, felt nice. So, I don't know. I put on the square. Everyone, I have to cancel the MetaMask course today, which I never don't. But, you know, my little child, my family had COVID. The whole family. We had COVID. The daughter was coughing for days. I was sick. I'm still a little like groggy, like something's weird in the head a little bit, but I'm better. I'm way better. I really only had one horrible down day on my live. You watch my lives one day, I was just like, that was funny, right? My energy was just not, I was just like, I'm not going to be the same. You're not going to see the same lifer. One dude was like, I want whatever he smoked. I was like, he ain't smoking nothing. He's sick. I did make 500 on your Phantom S call. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Happy Friday, Sam. I'm so thankful for you. And thank you. Thank you, Danny Miller. Appreciate you, brother. Looking golden. Shout out to Gabriel Enrique, my man. Love you, Gabe. Hope you're having a good time. I bought Charlie these bags. I hope you were paying attention. Lo Wang, Shadow Warrior, Bonzi, which I have no idea what that means. Happy Friday, Sam. I'm so thankful for you. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate you, Danny. So this looks like it has more legs, too. I mean, it's oversold and it's making a rising wedge. It could bounce here on the 15-minute and still get some movement to the upside. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Phantom 3S. Chart's been slow to load lately. Oh, okay, that's once a drop finally. There you go. But that, I mean, that was the trade. You know, Bitcoin hit the target, and all the S tokens took a beating. You know, I mean, got not a beating, went to the upside. Let's take a look at the coins that were pumping that have come back down now, showing signs of life here, like this one, FRR. Right? Eventually was gonna, you know, collapse. That's what happens. You can pull a Fibonacci and see if it comes back down to a 618. It's coming back down to the 618 right there. 706, 786. These are areas you expect a healthy pullback. Okay. Looking sharp. Shout out to Mississippi. Loads and loads of profit with our shorts from last night. I did Phantom 3L on this little pump. I'm a psycho. Up 10%. That's crazy. Hey, as long as you got in and made something out of it, it is what it is, you know. Pretty risky. You know, Tron has... Let's talk about Tron for a second, because we talked about the Tron BTC pair, and that was looking good against Bitcoin, right? And also, Tron now has a stable coin that burns Tron when you use the stable coin, right? And that's creating price action for Tron. It is. We went over this. Everyone laughed on the like, look, it was following Bitcoin, and then it wasn't. You get it? Like, this is the Bitcoin trajectory. Bitcoin fell out to the downside. This did not. This did the exact opposite. Boomed up. Fine, it took a little red day for Bitcoin, but now that daily's coming down, I wouldn't touch it to the daily resets. But at the same time, Tron showing signs of life, double bottoming there. Interesting. 4 hour wants to make a move out of this falling wedge. You might double top. He got to heed that the daily is overbought. You do have to heed that that daily is overbought. Okay? Something that I would watch out for. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 199 people, 93 likes. Once you get to the live, it'd be such an awesome thing if you could hit that like button. It's the greatest move you can make in your day. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and sticking with me regardless of the bloodbath. Again, these are the times you want to be alive. These are the times to scoop up Bitcoin on the lows. Okay? You can't scoop it up on the highs. Doesn't work like that, right? Everyone said you could trade futures. You could trade Binance futures here. You could even, I believe you could trade KuCoin futures. Once you enable KuCoin futures, I believe you can. You could for a while. See with the terminal here, if you get KuCoin futures going, I believe you can trade KuCoin futures here. Someone asked about it the other day, and I just wanted to let them know. Yeah, you can. Pretty sure you can. You know. You can also trade right here in the terminal window. See the terminal? Okay. All right. This is TradingView right now. Everyone, I have a link to TradingView. Great place to automate your trading. You have access to all your accounts in one place. Doesn't matter how many different exchanges you're a part of. Shows you what's going on in your portfolio. Not a big win here. Null's only thing up today. 1 inch up a little bit. And, the Bitcoin short up 17% at 111, So it's the only thing really cooking right now, right? Damn, yeah, my entire trading portfolio is like $220. LOL. I don't know how you make money on a continuous sell. I don't know what he's saying. Learning every day from you is a blessing, lifer. Thanks for all you do, and happy Friday. Shout out to Dustin Hall for the 99, man. Much respect to you and yours. Lifer, new to your channel, but not to crypto. I like your style, and I appreciate the amount of work you put in to your content. Cheers, mate. Thanks, man. Transextend, the real dad ball. Morning, guys. Bullish divergence forming on the hourly. Looks like the bottom is in. What are your thoughts, Sam? Is the bottom in? We're going to take a look at that. Good morning, lifer. What does this mean? Just in, Swiss Bank due copy has granted authorization to provide Bitcoin and crypto custody services. That's awesome. That's great news. Best TA in the game. Shout out to Felipe, man. We love you. Don't forget Anchor Protocol, Sam. Thanks, Crypto Lifer. James, we love you. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to all the moderators here. Brian Shrimp, Love, Learning, Rodney Robinson, The Real Dad Bod, Felipe, Grace Protocol, Wen Dizzle, the Blue Crew, each and every one of you for showing up every single day to support the kid. You guys don't take days off. Rainier, my man. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody here. Love Learning. Love you, Sophie. You're the best. Crypto Cash, my man. Tokyo Sex Whale in the house, my man. Love you. A Dingo ate my Satoshis. Appreciate the support from day one. People try to replicate the predictions, but you just got to be in a pocket. You got to do it every single day. I tell everyone, you could be as good of a trader as anyone else, but if you're not doing it every day, you're not going to be in the pocket that I'm in. You got to be in a pocket. Watch you every day from PV. YouTube won't let me super chat from Mexico with my Canadian CC. Much love. Love your suit. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Great work. Learning so much from you. You're indeed the Crypto Lifer. Loconda TV, my man. Stephen Kimbrough, the Blue Crew. Anku Kutsi Butsu, my man. Love you. All right. So, TRX showing signs of life, getting green action. However, the daily's pointing to the downside. I wouldn't touch it to the daily resets. Possible reset or something like that. So I don't stress when daily's high. I don't stress. Just kind of leave it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here in the all-time history index, and let's see what we got cooking. Some people have claimed that we've hit a bottom. Have we hit a bottom? Let's take a look here. The daily, which has been kind of holding a funny trend line. You can see, look, bounce, bounce, bounce. Daily been holding this line for whatever reason. The stochastics on the daily don't want to go too much lower. They are supporting a bullish divergence too, slightly here, right? Because if you have a swing down here, like so, but you have a swing up on price action on the RSI, which gives you bullish divergence. Everyone, I have to cancel the MetaMask course today as I hear my baby. This is what happened to my baby. So we all got COVID, and when a child gets COVID, they get a rash, right? So my 1.5-year-old daughter has a rash like all over her now. I want to show it in case any one of you has a child that ends up with something like this. Shouldn't even say the words, you know. That's how you know there's thought police around. Like, I can't even tell you guys what I did to get better. I can't out loud tell you guys what I did to get better, because if I do, who knows, like, what, you know. So I'm going to, you know, if you can always DM me and I'll tell you, you know, privately, but publicly, I can't tell you guys what I did to get better. And I find that really, really, really strange. I mean, I'm even going to talk about it again. I want to stay on topic with crypto. I'll save the people the right way. You know what I'm saying? But there's a COVID-19 rash in children, and it's like blotchy and red. Covers the body. It doesn't look like that bad, but it could be blotchy and red. That's Kawasaki. It doesn't look as that bad, but it doesn't look. They're not deep more, but look kind of something like this, you know. And so, just sad. And then what happens is she fell and banged her head yesterday while I was on around the blockchain. Right at the end of she fell and banged her head, got an egg on her head. Then somehow last night she had such a tough time sleeping, she's rubbing her eyes, she got a sty in her eye, her left eye is swollen. So she's got a bump on her head, left eye swollen, and she's covered and she's in a rash. Like, I feel so bad for my little baby girl. And so we're gonna have to take her to the doctor. My wife doesn't want to go alone. I'm gonna have to cancel my MetaMask course at 1 p.m. today. Greatly apologize for that. Yeah. That happened to my son in July 2020. Come on, guys. Don't just try not to do the wrong thing. Strict Hydra. I'm just removing that message, not because I want to, because I feel like I have to. You know what I'm saying? I like what the other guy said. That was funny. I pray your daughter gets well soon. It'll all be okay. Prayers for your baby Sam. I have 7 kids. Yeah, that's what you call a bad luck little monkey. Yeah, she's funny, man. 7 kids. That's crazy. Vámonos amigos. Making gains. TA ups and downs. Be healthy. Be well, everyone. Positive vibes. Shout out to Rafael Vega, my man, up in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Yeah, so just want to let you guys know if you go through something like that, because sharing information is the key to helping each other. And that's how you find the truth, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So, got a little bit of bullish divergence on the daily. We are at we're bouncing here. We didn't come and hit the exact bottom here, but we did bounce. 35,900. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily's low, 3 days low, 5 days low now. Even the weekly, I believe, is reset. Let's take a look at the weekly. It's been a while. Why? My stochastics have been slow to load lately, Maybe I have to delete my cache or something, but I'd like to see the weekly turn. Eventually, it could be more pain, though. The weekly can come all the way down here and play games, of course. But, we'll see. We will see. And levels to watch, 34,400. We break that, it's likely we go right to 29,400. Not right, but, pretty sharp decline. We could catch a bounce at 31,700 area here too. All right, these are the areas that we need to be watching. $31,006, 29,004, right? And there's like a notch here at 24,500 on like a daily. That's why I have that there. And then you have this other area here, 19,000, and then you're talking, that's basically off. Bitcoin rarely goes back to the all-time high. Also, it rarely goes below the 200-day moving average here on the weekly. It wicks below it a little bit, but really not too bad. I mean, So if it gets here, a wick to 13K. I don't even see it. I mean, they do make. Look, it hit here, 4,000, 3,000. Hit here at like, let's say 55, went to 38, So to me, here comes here, wicks down. Right now, the 200-day moving average is the low, right? And so even if the price action starts to come down to it, usually this will start to just kind of go sideways. it's telling me that the low for Bitcoin is 26K because you don't go in, maybe you wick down to 24,500. So like, these are the areas that I'm looking for a bounce back to the upside. Pretty happy about where we're at because we're pretty close to the bottom. Luna grabbed a huge bag after you called them out last stream. So funny. Luna grabbed a huge bag after you called them out last stream. Luna. Yeah, it looked like they were going to dump. They did dump. Got to the low now. And that is the bottom. Oops. Right? Smash the likes up. Ichoban in Discord. Shout out to Micah Ford. 250 watching, 142 likes. A little suspect, guys. Shout out to East Jordan. I know, like, we're a community. We're all a community here. Every single day we got to show up and do the right thing. Hit that like button to keep us moving. Get us to 100K. Get us moving, everyone. You're the people that got me to 25K. So you're the people that are going to get me to 100K. It's not going to be me that hit the like button. I can't hit the like button, right? Only you can. So do what you can do for me, and I'll do what I can do for you. And together we can be powerful. We could be a powerful unit, a community, a structured organization ready to take on the market makers in the world. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Appreciate you all for being here. And I have my lemon water and my honey every single day. And thank you so much. We took over Around the Blockchain again last night. Appreciate it. As we got to the end, they gave me the win. Unbelievable. It got close. Look, 18, 17, 16. And we had a good time. Everyone was hanging out. And, you know, appreciate everyone for helping me win Around the Blockchain yet again. And when I look at the comments, I mean, it was like Liferville. I look down here. Look at this. Lifer one, Lifer one, Lifer, 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 Lifer. Like, you guys are just mobbing. Lifer, Lifer. Look at that. I mean, I don't see anyone with the love like that coming through that strong. Look, Lifer. Crypto is life. Crypto Lifer. Look at that. You guys are just unbelievable. So shout out to each and every one of you for helping the Crypto Lifer on his way. Appreciate each. I still can't believe I'm sitting here on another channel with 1.45 million subscribers, 33,000 views last night. Appreciate anyone that jumped onto the Twitter blowing up, 5,119 followers. Greatly appreciate that, each and every one of you. Selling stocks to buy Bitcoin tomorrow because it makes more sense. I love this. I had to retweet that, you know. I had to retweet that. We will decouple, everybody. If anything's going to decouple, that's the thing. Here's the deal. Fine, nothing decouples. Then where do you go? The only thing that has a chance of decoupling is Bitcoin. There's nothing else. Like, what else can you get into that would get you away from the financial system? Like, you need to get out of it. You know it's a Ponzi scheme. You know it's a scam. Like, you know you don't want to have anything to do with it. Jerome Powell, look at that dude one more time and say you want anything to do with what he has something to do with. Come on. Guy looks like a complete mess. Like, I'm sorry. I don't respect it. I don't respect them, any of those people. They don't move with grace and honor. I just don't see it. You know? They talk in tongues and they don't move in grace and honor. It's that simple. They talk in tongues and they don't move in grace and honor. It's that simple to me. I can call them out in 2 seconds, you know? So let's take a look at the daily time frame. Daily's still in indecision. It's crazy with a dump like that the Stokes wouldn't have dumped all the way to the downside. It's pretty weird. The Stokes are acting pretty interesting here, showing like as if there is they're kind of saying that, you know what, there's the buy pressure is coming through. Look, they try to crush it, and like even this didn't get as red as you would think. Like there would have been a nasty MACD bend. It's pretty weird. And now you're oversold in the MACD. And you kind of, you know, you have slight divergence here. You have like class C, because this is a downtrend, but not as sharp as that downtrend. See that's like a nasty downtrend. Bang. Usually when you capitulate a wick, like a candle red that fast down, you can eat it back up pretty fast too as well. You know, what goes down fast comes back up fast, and vice versa. So there is that idea that we could bounce pretty fast. Let's take a look at the 1 hour here. What does the 1 hour want to do? 1 hour is resetting on the Stokes. The 1 hour has bullish divergence on the RSI. Sorry about that. Just want to get the Stokes to the top and the RSI to the middle, MACD to the bottom, as I don't use it use it as much as I used to, right? So look, I'm going to delete all my work. I want beginners to see things neat. And I've been feeling cluttery. I don't know if it's like COVID in my head. I've just been feeling like, ugh. You don't get it. Like, COVID gets in your head. You just, like, can't, like, yeah, it's like, I can't explain it, man. It gets, like, in you. Like, after you're sick, you get over being sick, but then you get this, like, cloudy, like things just don't feel right in my head lately. It's pissing me off, I'll be honest. Because I'm, like, so precise with it. I don't like that feeling, you know? Anyway, I'll get over it, but it's just a struggle, man. Brain fog. Yeah. When they grab 1.5 million, maybe you're psychic. Well, they grabbed 1.5 million. Maybe you're psychic. Literally 5 minutes after you called them out, bro. How crazy is that? We need some bonds money, man. Sam, hope you and the fam can get some much needed rest this afternoon, my dude. Scotty Swing, man, you're the man, dude. Thank you for saying that. Hard to get motivated. CNC Ireland. Sam, I had long COVID for months. Slow down to speed up. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Wow, just saw Phantom is high on the daily. Still, this short is becoming pants. Yeah, man. Yeah. How the week's been. When I told you I bailed out on Phantom bags, I mean, that tells you something sketch. Okay? Something sketch. Okay, so look at this. This is what we did. Okay? We're going to look at our local support and resistance on the 1 hour today. All right? And unconventional, most YouTubers have their charts already ready to go. I like to chart in front of you because I'm a teacher. And if I have my charts all ready to go, you wouldn't be able to learn. So right now I'm doing Alt-H, which is putting horizontal lines. Are you not putting your support and resistance lines in every day? You got to be consistent. And look how uncanny they fit in to play. Like, I didn't even look left. I just made them here. But look, bounce, 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 rejection, bounce, bounce there, rejection, right? Rejection, rejection, bounce, bounce. You can see we have some good places to bounce from, all right? So it's not all bad. And, like, for us to, like, everyone says we're going to drop. Like, we got to break through some areas to drop first. You can't just drop. You got to break through some support and resistance, right? Can we try to say it's still in a falling wedge? You could attempt this idea and say it's still in a wedge and it just needs to bounce back to the upside, okay? However, you know, I draw both because you don't, you know, there's no guaranteed. So you can see that the first one broke, but then we have another level of local diagonal support and resistance. And diagonal support and resistance, look, I mean, rejection, once you get above it, bounce, 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 bounce. You don't want to break through this. You could use that as resistance and then come back down too as well. So there's diagonal support and resistance. They're called spider lines. They're actually hidden fibs that you can't see inside. There's all sorts of fib lines going through this line that show you where you could have resistance and support, you see? So, little bit of bullish divergence, not a lot, but slight. Let's see if the 15-minute gives us something else to work on there. Yeah, see, the 15-minute's going to give you that divergence. Let me show you what I mean. And this is what you've been waiting for. Like, this is what we've been looking for. We had it here, though, but not actually, that's not true because swing down to swing down, that's where you would have wanted it. And you had it slightly. Like, you can see it was slight bullish divergence there, and we did get the bounce, but it wasn't as pure as this one. Look. Swing down to swing down now with a nice swing to the downside. When we look at the RSI, it's swinging sharply back to the up. That does try to call the bottom there. So to me, I'd be comfortable with saying there could be a bottom here. Okay. However, we're kind of back to where we were before now, right? With the drop that I predicted down there. Actually, no, we ate it up. So let's see. So this was, yeah, okay. This was the bear flag that I predicted a dump from, right? We dumped, came back, dumped again nicely. And look, there's even a midi bullish divergence here. Let me show you. Swing down to swing down, that's a bullish divergence there. And then a swing up here on this tiny little place, see? And and we already did make a catalyst bounce back to the upside here. However, now you got your local support and resistance lines, and that's all you need to heed. So, like, Bitcoin must get above 36,000. Then it has to get above 36,005 and then get back above 37K. I mean, the obvious, right? 36.5, 36, 36.5, 37. But it's, you know, it's uncanny that those lines had like perfectly aligned in those perspective areas. So, and now what you can do is you can look for a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. And this is what you got. You do, technically, I could say this is a falling wedge. So now I have a pattern that could break up. Sorry. Now I have a pattern that could break to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. Let me double click this and just look at price action on its own. So now I have a pattern that could break to the upside. Okay. I've got a bounce there, which was a resistance. We fell below it. We broke back above it. We wicked right to it too as well. So now we have support. We got support at 35,007. We have support at 35,800. All right. And we're climbing to the upside. So far, so good. Bit of a double bottom, and we showed you the bullish divergence that suggests we can break up. Okay. However, we can bounce all we want, but we need to get above. Look at this. This is resistance. Resistance. This is a heavy resistance place right here. 1, 2, 3. We desperately need to get back above 36,500 to remain bullish. Or we'll just kind of do a bearish retest of that area and we'll continue to the downside. Okay? So you got to take it step by step. Everyone that's telling you we're going to be at 41K by tomorrow, or everyone that likes to throw these big numbers out, and they don't even have a chart posted, and you ask them, what does the chart say? And they can't even tell you. You know what I'm saying? They, they get into a messed up place, you know? So... check your wireless saturation. 5G is rolling out and it simulates. Oh my gosh, yeah. Flu like it. Funny you said that because I rarely ever get sick. And for the last month, I got sick twice now. Like in strange ways too. In very strange ways. So, and I actually started to say to my wife, it's like someone spraying something on my house. Like it feels like I'm getting inundated with something. You know. What's up with Chainlink? When will the bleeding stop? Look at the daily Stokes. What does everybody think about Bryce, B-Rise? Wow, Michael Ford, he had the pneumonia because they wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't allow prophylaxis. Yeah, I'm with you, man. 100%, bro. There's not enough blood on the streets. We're just getting started. Yeah, sending you to ATB is like sending the fox to the chickens. Jamie, why do you say that? What's up with Chainlink? When will the bleeding stop? Look at it, the daily. You're funny, man. You're working yourself too hard, Dustin Hall. Especially when the market is just, you know, I'm doing everything I can to procure my business in these tight times. I want to make sure people get retention, people learn, people realize that it's not time to leave a group. It's time to get into a group. It's time to get your education, right? Now let's look at my indicators. So now, okay, I've identified a possible channel that could break to the upside, which is a falling wedge that does break up 68% of the time. I got to identify something that sits in my psyche that makes sense. Okay. Pointing to the upside here on the 15-minute, but we're getting a little high here on the stochastics. Okay. Stochastics getting overbought. And the RSI, you know, it's at this resistance point. Look, it can't seem to get above this either. RSI's even has some resistance right there. It's interesting. MACD wanting to turn, but you're getting like just not a lot of love right now on that 15. So the 15-minute doesn't get a previous high. It'll roll over on you yet again. Okay. Trying to make a shoulder head. Looks like it'll make a right shoulder in here. See that? Right shoulder getting made. Look at the 7-minute. It'll be a little more apparent to you. See right shoulder. There's the head. It's possibly a right shoulder now, but look at it rolling over. And you couldn't get above previous resistance. It's likely. Looks like we're going to come back down to the bottom of this channel. So looks like we're going to come back down here and test this 35,000 region one more time. Because you're going to roll over here on the 7. You're also going to roll over on the 15-minute. So now we start. So look at how long it took me to get into this pocket. How to get my mind right. How to start looking at the charts. It's literally a pocket you get into, a mental pocket when you start looking through charts. You try to find that space, that moment in time. But so look, and then you look up, you know, up, down, up. Likely to come to the downside. You'll stay in a pattern until you don't. Ooh, we broke out. That's beautiful. All right. What is breaking us out? I'm trying to find out because the other time frames are not. 5-minute maybe? Yeah, 5 minute wants to, but it's even saying that, you know what, I'm going to have to raise this. It's saying like we're just coming to the top of the channel. Like we didn't even break out yet. Like we're coming to the top of the channel. Here's what we did here. So here's the channel. We fell out of it. We broke back into it. Look at that, those shoulder. Interesting. Hold up. Hold up. Look what I just see here now. I didn't see it before. It's just like it showed up. Because the 5 minute. 5 minutes in a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. Suggesting that we can get a measured move. It would negate the stochastics, but I mean, everything is disheveled at this moment. That could get us past that resistance point. It'd be beautiful if that can get a move here. See if the 1 minute's with it. I'd like to see the 1 minute extremely oversold right now so we can get the bump back to the upside. 36K reclaiming 36,000, but again, looks like it's going to be more than a resistance point than an entry. You know, yeah, look, you're overbought on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute. Your the 5 is getting a little high. The 7 minute is getting high, and the 15 minute. So even though we did identify that inverted, and it is pushing up though. Look, it's playing out like an inverted head and shoulders so far. Should break us up to 36,500. And again, could be it's a short squeeze. Right now you got a lot of people just thinking the market's just going to continue down. They're loving the fear. They're not willing to watch what we're watching here. So they're shorting the market. You don't want to short the market when you just broke when you just broke a resistance point. Okay? You'd short the market if you see this turn on a resistance point. Actually, could be a good time to open a short, in my humble opinion, as it tries to get above, but it looks like there's not a lot of momentum. You know, bro, I love the show. Thank you for explaining what you're looking for and your thought process. 10 for 10. Subculture, man. I love that you said that, bro. I love this show. I love that, Subculture. I found Lifer around the time Elon was on SNL. Market was dumping. Looking for a good project while things are crashing is the best time. Sell when the masses are talking about crypto. Be a leader. Exactly. Thought I was stretching it. I tried to make that inverted. Thought I was stretching it. Now you're on point, man. And that's why we're here for you, bro. That's why we're here for you. Just chemtrails making it sick. Yeah, I know, probably. I worked at Lucent Tech for 12 years. We developed 3G and 4G wireless. Trust me, 5G is not healthy for your body. I talk to the smartest people in the world on this. I know. Look at that. When the large shorts cash out, it ironically causes it to surge by using newer shorts liquidity. I know. But again, I still believe we get rejected by this point and we head to the downside. I believe this inverted head and shoulder gets negated. I don't believe it plays out. Based on my stochastics, they're so much stronger on and we're too high at resistance here as we're trying to breach. Anything could happen, and you still have to remember that it is an inverted that could break to the upside, but at the same time, right now, I'm taking the idea that we're getting rejected by this point. 15 minute is overbought, right? And so telling me that we're going to probably come back down. Yeah, you could say, I got to say that it did break, though. That's a breakout. It is a breakout. It broke out. It did break out. But it's now rejected by 36,000. Okay. Little moves here, but nothing to write home about. And again, like until the Bulls must get back above this, 36.5. Like, or there's more downside. Like, we can't get back above there. There's more downside. It's pretty simple to me. Just like you couldn't get back above here, more downside. You can't, same thing happened. I said the same thing there, more downside. And now you can actually bring it down here and say it's here. Bulls need to break back above there or more downside. So the shorts are getting the higher probability is the higher one for a reason. Exactly. Sam, I zoom out. Really like the 12-hour channel and Stokes bouncing up. Morning. Sorry, I don't have it pumped up for you guys. Yeah, man, you messed up. Nah, but I told you it was going down yesterday, man. There was nothing you could have done. So it's sad. Lifer, you think we're going to see 34K? Crypto Jeb looks bullish. Crypto Jeb looks bullish, folks, in my opinion. Zero, my man. Hey, I'm not in the group, but I will hit you up about getting you some candy from Disney. Funny. What's the word? I found Lifer when I was buying all the tops. He taught me so much. I never thought I would understand half of what I know now because of what the Lifer has taught me. Thank you. The higher probability is the higher one for a reason. Yeah, exactly. Can we look at Bookmap? We'll take a look at Bookmap. Shout out to the Bookmap, beautiful people at Bookmap. I want to load. We got new things coming for Bookmap. We got a liquidation. We can start seeing where the liquidations are. We can see a bunch of different interesting things. I've just been sick lately and have not had the time to sit with my Bookmap for like an hour and really program it and get it going. We Stack and McChange. Exactly. I love it. Shout out to Stack McChange. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Roddy Robinson. David Patrick. Love you, brother. Friday lunch dump incoming. Ghazi and Channel on the weekly. 34-1 inevitable. Yep, there you go, David Patrick. Ghazi and Channel on the 5-day. I mean, we broke that channel, right? Till we get back in, it's over, you know. But we learn a lot. I'm performing selected updates, you can see. Gotta restart Bookmap. Always save and exit, everybody. Always save and exit. All right. Make sure you're saving your Bookmap stuff. All right. Crypto Jeb is a child. Lifer is a man. Wow. Sorry for saying that. We love Crypto Jeb here, but I believe, yeah, I mean, you're a real one for mentioning Crypto Loves channel on ATB. Much respect. See? Thank you for saying that. Yep. That's how you know you're a real one, man. Because I know who got me where I'm at today. And I know who helped me get where I am at. And if you help me get where I'm at, I'll be loyal to you to the day I die, man. The fact that he doesn't have his channel back yet is ridiculous. Like, made me realize how lucky I was when mine, you know, I got mine back way quicker than this. This is insane. Like, come on now. Like, are you kidding me? You know? Look at Savvy Finance. I let Crypto Winner is here, man. Funny. Your chances now, breakout. See, just be careful, man. Listen to any of these people that do any of this stuff. You know, this is a guy I would listen to. Live $250,000 trade. This is a guy we're looking at. If you want to trade Market Cypher, though, I'm not a huge fan of it. You know what I'm saying? But if you love Market Cypher, you want to get into it, do your thing. I have my own indicator. I figured out my own trading style. But if you want to learn someone else's, then by all means, you learn mine, right? So the thing with Crypto Love is simply criminal. Taking away someone's livelihood is pure evil. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It's horrible. Like, it's so sad. I don't know what's going on. I have so much faith that all will be well because I want to keep positive energy around that whole idea. There's a bunch of helpful links placed below the Lifer link. I feel confident trading with you in my corner. Lifers for real. Shout out to Star Launch Mothership, man. You're going to make it, dude. I love you, Star Launch. Star Launch Mothership. I love that name. Word, word, word. East Jordan. So can we get a push up? I believe we're getting rejected by 36K. Just try to make everyone get a little happy, you know, a little falling wedge action to the upside, right? That's going to be where it probably cooks, all right? But there it is. A falling wedge broke back to the upside, or tried to, okay? But we're at rejection at 36,000, and we're getting oversold in the 15-minute. Highly likely we get a pullback. Or, you know, your best case scenario is you're looking for a retest just of the top trend line or of possibly this area, you know. Put my support, my moving averages back on. I mean, you're really far away from the 21, the 200, and the 21 and the 200 are far apart. They should snap back together at one point, you know. Let's take a look at the 1 hour now. They make it messy, right? We look at the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is just getting started. It's getting a bullish cross. Interesting. So that does suggest that maybe the 50-minute goes sideways and we can continue to the upside. The 1 hour does want to push up. However, just like I said, both need 36.5, even 37K. Like, the 1 hour can't get back above that, you know? So check it. Let's just make this real clear for any beginner watching the channel right now. What's happening? I have it all labeled. Hold on. I spent so much time like getting this all ready for the show yesterday. Yeah, I have to work hard for that show. I have to prepare for like an hour before that show because I know they're going to ask me about, like they asked me about charts that I'm not even ready for. Like the other one day they asked AVAX, I didn't have the AVAX chart up. I'm like, whoa. You know, it's like they just like, you know, so I got to be on point. Like I have to know everything. I have to read over the articles, have something to say. And then I'm like the chart guy, and I got to know everything about every coin that ever gets mentioned in the show. You know, it's awesome, right? I did it to myself. I became the crypto lifer. It is what it is, right? But when it starts happening, it's just interesting, right? You're like, whoa, you know, this is real now. So yeah, we work hard. You know, someone sent $200 and said, you know, these guys do a lot of free work for the channel. Support them. I thought that was really awesome. I saw that. I saw that. So whoever you are out there, if you're on my channel, I don't know who that person was, but super nice. Super chatting about $200 to $300 to the ATB show, saying, "Hey man, those guys work a lot for free." He was no joke, you know. So just levels to watch for now. You got to get back above 37K. That's your big deal. Like you can't get above there, you're still bearish. Okay, you bounced off 35,000. Okay, all right. You break 35,000, you're headed back here to 33,500, and then you break that. And you're coming down here. So that's just that's what you should be focused on right now. This is all you need to worry about. You don't get back above 37K, you can kiss anything above here goodbye. There's really nothing to talk about, right? So I love when people are like 47K next week. I'm like, okay, show me 36,009 first. Like show me 37,000, show me 40K first. Then we can talk. Now you can see, look, we have that's going to be heavy resistance. Look right there. Because we just, you know, you can see how it was such a line in the sand. And we got heavily rejected by it too. So 40,000 is going to be a big deal to get back above. So sad that 40K is such a big wall now. All right. So if you're new to the channel, if you're a beginner, these are just levels to watch. Take a deep breath. You break 35,000, you're looking for 33.5. You break 33.5, you're looking at 31,006. And you break that, you're looking at the 30K lows, okay? And then you got to get above 37K. So whatever happens in between this, you go sideways, you're in minutia, okay? You're either dropping further down for a bigger downside, or you're on your way to get rejected by 40K. So, like, that's really what's going on right now. So you can take a deep breath and be like, okay, I know what's up. These are the levels. And you should recreate this chart. It's not that hard. I hit Alt-H and made horizontal lines and then added these little colorful labels. All right, by hitting the paint tool and hitting, no, actually, sorry, I misspoke. By hitting the text tool and hitting price note. All right, you can too. Trust me, you can do it. You can do this. So these are the levels we're going to watch for Bitcoin right now. All right, let's go back into my little work. You must learn how to short the market. How do we short the market? You can short the market using 3S tokens. KuCoin, some of the 3S tokens have been sketched. I've been cautioning people to use the BTC down or the down. Down tokens are pretty sweet too. That's where KuCoin got them from. They took the down, you know, Binance had what's called down tokens. Okay. You can see like Solana 3S up beautifully in the last 2 days, 36% gains. Okay. And you use these tokens against the market when the market dumps on you. It's weird. I had my work here. Why is my work not here? I had a chart showing that this was actually going to bounce. When it fell below, I actually had this like this. I was drawing this on the 4 hour, the 1 hour. See? And I was saying, well, up, down, up, down. And I found this channel, and I was like, well, it should bounce back to the top of the channel again. Fell out, looked like it was getting bearish. Because first we had these beautiful pennants. Like, it was like suggest. This is what happened. Right before the Fed hike, it looked like we were going to see a massive dump, and all the shorts were getting ready. Then the Fed hike gave everyone for the loop the first day, and we pumped, right? But then the next day we dumped, and then that's when the initial move happened. And so, like, these shorts actually gave pretty good gains here. 50% gains on Solana 3S. So for the ever since then, we've been just positioning the short. Remember, this was the bearish divergence on Bitcoin that we called out. If you flip this upside down, this was Bitcoin doing that, and then that was Bitcoin's dump to the downside. You get it? So how these inversely look just like Bitcoin. If you flip, that's what happened to Bitcoin. So you trade these inversely back up. You bring a different aura to ATB. Not just saying that because we're the gang. They like to side-eye TA till they see you break it down. You make it seem elementary. They are learning from each other on that show. Sell them back when the dump is over. So you buy these tokens when you think Bitcoin will drop. Exactly. Sell them back and then you sell them back when the dump is over. Exactly. Wow. You don't need to research. You are the research. You killed the DW. You just look at the response from YouTube on Crypto Love's tweet the other day. Just look at the response from YouTube on Crypto Love's tweet the other day. They are awful. Sorry, Lifer, couldn't help myself. Brian Shrimp. The whole cancel goal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I find confidence trading with you in my corner. Thanks, man. Most of the people on ATB don't do TA. They are headline readers. So it does boost the show having your presence. Scotty Swing. Thank you for saying that, man. I appreciate you saying that. Nice tie, man. Thank you. I forgot I even had one on. Okay. So I just want to show you. So look, this is why all these tokens are up. This is why you short the market. Adam, beautiful short back to the upside, right? And is there still more to come? You know, we'll take a look. It depends on what the dailies look like. Yeah, the daily's coming down actually on these shorts, suggesting there may be more to come. That's kind of crazy, you know? And what I do is I track Bitcoin. Once I have Bitcoin pretty much mapped out, we go to one of the short tokens, or we play long, And so once I figure out where Bitcoin's going, it takes me about a half an hour throughout the live stream. We can then kind of figure out where the market's going to sit at and go from there, Sad to see everything just in the dumps, man. Like, you name it. Basic attention token, great use case, right? Does what it's supposed to do, all the way back to 57 cents again. LTO got pumped and dumped by all the insider coins, back at the bottom again. It's crazy. It's crazy. Vitit was on our radar as a winner too, but like, I'm not going to go start opening up positions right now, right? Phantom struggling. So what you want to do is you want to see these daily, like, this is what you want. I talk about support and resistance and how you use it how it coincides with the stochastics. And basically you draw your support and resistance lines. Stochastics comes to roll over and you don't make a previous high. You got to basically, as these start coming up, like, you'll hear me say stuff like this. Like, watch. If you watch my channel for a long time, you're going to hear a lot of this stuff. I'm going to see it pointing up and I'm like, all right, this is great. We're finally getting, oversold in the daily and we're trying to get the bounce to the upside. And I'm like, but bulls will desperately need a break above this high. I was like, the bulls don't break this high, look for more downside. I said, because this stoke is going to come up, we're going to roll. And if you don't break that high, then you're not retesting. If you're not retesting, you're rolling over. So look out for this. If you see that you don't make this high and the stoke rolls over, short it. And you'll hear me say this all the time. And look, it came up. It didn't get anywhere near that previous high. Definitely time to short that. And look, boom. Right there, that was it. That was its rejection point. And when you rolled over, you're done. Cooked. See? So it's simple, really. It's support and resistance. Either you're making a higher high and higher lows, or you're not. Stochastics RSI will show you preemptively when you're not going to make that higher high. And they're very accurate probability-wise. So if you just keep playing that probability, you're going to nail that loss, that short. And that's how you short the market, all right? If it's rolling over without breaking previous highs, it's going down. Exactly. I like what you just said. How do you know what high to break, as there are so many levels above or the same level? No, it's not. There are not so many levels. There's really not. Look, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. There's not so many levels. You're feeding yourself information that's not true. Go to the daily. Look at a bigger time frame. Fine, you go to the 1 hour, you get confused. You look at all these tiny little zones. You got to look at a bigger time frame. You got to understand how to track trend analysis on the daily. Super important that you're tracking your trend analysis on the daily time frame. You put in a higher low here, that's it. I mean, a lower low, then you put in a higher, and you're just continuing a downtrend. You slowly put in and that's why a double bottom is so important, because what a double bottom is the first time that a downtrend decides it does not want to put in a lower low. Okay? You see? And you can see Phantom has just not shown you that it's going to change direction at all. So there's no reason to hold the downtrend. Honestly, the second you made a double top here, second you made this lower high, and then you followed it with a lower low, like that's when you get out. I mean, at 148. Right here, you come back up to 210. First higher low, and you don't make a previous higher low. That's the beginning of a downtrend. That's telling you it's time to bail. If you can understand trend, you'll be able to, you won't waste time taking these bottoms. Same thing here. You went up, went up, went up. You had a high, lower low. You made a first lower high. Get out. The trend has been established as a downtrend, right? Then you make here, then you make your first higher low. That could be the chance to get in. And then look, second higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, uptrend. But then you put in a lower low. That's your first time, and then you put in a lower high, get out, and downtrend began. This was your time to get out, okay? Understanding a trend is so important in trading. It'll change your life, and it seems so simple, so people don't get it. But this is so important. I feel sorry for Phantom. So much fudding when Andre Crone, Child to See Rage quit. Yeah, it really did. He did FUD the project pretty well. He did a really good job. Yep. He did a great job FUDing that project. He really did. Spot on, actually. He'll teach you exactly how to FUD, man, Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 357 people, 230 likes, $21 in chat revenue. Thank you so much for the chat revenue. Much respect to each and every one of you. And thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I want to roll through some news for you. Someone's blowing up. Bitcoin sees 2020 volume record amid hopes capitulation is over. Okay. Someone is... Sinverse partners with KuCoin, Kasha to offer metaverse virtual offices. It's pretty cool, right? Sinverse actually looks pretty cool. Yield Guild Games Southeast Asia announces token IDO on Copper Launchpad. Interesting. Copper's been hot. Yield Guild Games still building. Teams are still building. The teams that are built are going to be here. IOST, I've been holding IOST for a long time. Believe in this project. Partners with Label Foundation to drive music NFT industry. IOST has announced a strategic partnership with Label Foundation. Effective tomorrow, the Label team is one of the earliest pioneers committed to creating a sustainable ecosystem for the music IP non-fungible tokens of top musicians, including Grammy award-winning artists, protected by distributed ledger. By expanding the ecosystem into IOST, Label Foundation could benefit from the fast, secure, and reasonable gas fees of the IOST network. Okay. Blockchain technology to power De Beers diamond production. Diamonds are a scam anyway. OpenSea Discord server hacked. Users warned to be vigilant of phishing scams. Again, just want to put this out there. OpenSea hack again. Do not click on our links on our Discord. We're continuing to investigate the situation, and we'll share information as we have it. OpenSea has been just slammed. They got to do a way better job of protecting the customer. Theta Labs to help Sony launch a 3D NFT compatible with spatial reality display. I mean, the spatial reality display lets people view non-fungible tokens in 3D without the need for 3D glasses. Japanese conglomerate Sony Electronics collaborates with blockchain developer network Theta Labs to launch non-fungible tokens. It's pretty interesting. Consumers can now enjoy a next-generation 3D experience without the need for 3D eyewear. Theta's NFTs are just the latest. We can show our rapid adoption of metaverse friend technology. I mean, that's a big deal. I think Theta is an amazing project. SEC approves Valkyrie's Bitcoin Futures ETF. Last month, the watchdog gave the thumbs up to Techrium's Bitcoin Futures ETF, which is the first such vehicle approved under the 33 Act. It's pretty awesome. SEC approved the ETF filed under the 33 Act. All spot ETF applications have been filed under this act. Perhaps some light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Senators' Financial Freedom Act would ensure Bitcoin can be in your 401k. The bill is a response from Alabama Senator Warren and the Department of Labor's bid to block Bitcoin investments. Alabama Senator to Senator Warren and the Department of Labor's bid. Yeah, it's a response. Like, she's to block Bitcoin investments in self-directed 401k. Like, she's single-handedly trying to hurt the American people by saying you can't put the safest asset or the best risk-on asset in your during the riskiest times while we print money. These people are horrible. They claim to help you and they don't. Even though people that like work for the people, they don't even understand finances enough to help the people. They're lost, man. Most of our politicians are really, really lost. Like, they've had too much fog, man. El Salvador Central Bank accepts QRDO's registration to provide crypto services. Pretty awesome, right? So, the Quirdo network, right? And I want to look at that. That's pretty awesome. QRDO. Skybridge Capital. Scaramucci expects a pro-crypto presidential candidacy. And that's what I've been saying. And that's why I believe I could somewhat run for president at one point. Luna Foundation Guard acquires an additional 37,000 Bitcoin as part of a reserve strategy. 1.5 billion. Luna snatching up all that liquidity. Smart move. So some good news in there. Despite what's happening in the markets, there still is some good news. Look, that's a double top, right? Phantom double topped. It was a beautiful double top. Obvious. Like, double tops are obvious because you're like, what? There's a secondary top. I must get out now, right? The second chance that you had a second chance to get out is hilarious, right? But there you go, Phantom. And man, we got into Phantom, 18 cents, rode that thing up to 350. Could even got back in at 120, rode it back up again to 350. Phantom, the gift that kept on giving. So there was money to be made in this market. Anyone that didn't take advantage, there was money to be made in this market. Another thing I want to tell you is don't worry about short-term capital gains ever again. You got to just take your money. Let me explain why. Say you were down here and you were going to be like, all right, I don't want to sell. And you got in for 10K at 20, let's say at 20 cents. And you go up 15X and you end up turning it into like 200,000, over 200,000, right? 200, let's see, times 10 is 200 grand. And then an extra 5 on there, you're looking at, $300,000, right? So you're sitting on 300 grand, but you don't want to pay $150,000 in taxes because you don't want to have to sell, right? So you're like, what do I do, right? So you hold and you end up down here, okay? And you end up with, 20 times, you end up with 60,000, all right? And fine, maybe it ends up going all the way back up here to 150K, like, whole point of the story is you sell up here and you sell up here, you give the government their 150 grand, but you still have 150 grand. When it comes down here, you buy your whole bag that you had down here, whatever it was, and you walk away. And you end up with all the Phantom that you ever wanted. You're still in the position. You paid the government their money. You still have your money. So everyone's so worried about paying these short-term capital gains. I'm never going to worry about it again. I'm just going to pay them. Because I make more money paying the short-term capital gains than trying to wait out these markets. I'm telling you right now. Hodling does not always work. I'm sorry. You can hodl fine. If you hodl, I believe hodling Bitcoin is the only thing I would hodl, is Bitcoin. There's nothing else I'm hodling for like 5 to 7, 8, 9, 10 years. It's not happening. Maybe Cardano. All right. But even this, look, and I had to learn the hard way because like, I believe Phantom was going to do its thing and just like, it had so much potential and it has fastest transactions per second, has a great TVL, and I believe it's still going to grind. I believe we will see Phantom get back to that high at one point one day, right? Because the project's so smooth and it has automated market makers working on it. Like, the system works. But I just need to explain this to you. Like, you need to learn how to sell. You must sell. I look at this chart every day now when I don't want to sell. And I remember that I sold the top of Waves Binance. And thank God I did. I sold right there somewhere at 1360. And the high was like 13,900, 1380. So I sold somewhere at 13,660 actually. Yeah, so right here in that. And I mean, if I did not, like, wow, I'd be pretty sad right now, And so if I just decided I was going to long-term hold Waves, it works in the right scenarios. But if you just No one ever went broke taking profits. A lot of people went broke hodling. I will make that very clear. You know, a lot of people hodled the wrong thing for way too long. Okay. So remember, like, I used to be a hodl crew. I think once you become more of a trader, hodling seems like a laughable idea, you know, unless it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or some major coin. Okay. Everyone trading crypto should have an S corp. Do what the people who avoid taxes do. Exactly. I run an S corp right now, you know. So Bitcoin dominance in a bear market will sucker punch the alts. Oh yeah. Politicians are more obsolete than banks, right? Everyone trading crypto should have an but hire a financial advisor for that information and an accountant, you know. He'll tell you what you should be doing. GPU prices dropping is a concern. Wish I had you in my corner. Went down with the mothership. Was a noob. Lost $120,000. Dang, man. You killed that wave sell, man. What a perfect example of when to sell. Showed me to do the same. Hard lesson learned. Yeah. Yeah, because, and you know how I sold it? I sold it on the weekly chart, everyone. You go to the weekly, and when the weekly's high on that stochastics, I mean, you're selling the top or close to it. So you got to just learn your bigger time frames and take advantage. Like here, you got here on the low weekly. When the weekly got high, that was your exit right there to get out. Stochastics RSI. Stochastics RSI, man. Funny, I watched a guy yesterday who talked about, he basically was like, let me show you how the weekly stochastics isn't an accurate symbol because you could be here, they could be here. And yes, it's not an accurate symbol if you don't know how to use it. And you know how to use smaller time frames to be more intricate. And you use the bigger time frames just to see the blanketed idea. And then you go into smaller time frames to pin pocket support and resistance. If you don't use your support and resistance, then you're lost completely, you know? So, is Phantom the right price to start accumulating? Scared to type because Lifer will read this. Why don't you use the normalized MACD? It's more responsive. GPU prices drop as the bear market begins. Happened last time. To buy GPUs were only affected by mining this time. Was general supply chain issues. So it's not so simple this time. Nah, man, open an LLC and then just use Form 8832. Facts. I learned the hard way, Lifer. If a coin gets hot and gets to an all-time high, sell it. You can always almost buy back at a cheaper price or close to it. Like every time, man. Super chat, FITFI. We have to normalize. We have the normalize in the indicator. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. When you read Lifer's testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. Yeah. Great knowledge so far, as always. Yeah, I want to make this a teaching day, you know. When there's so much pain in the market, I want to show people that this is a time when you need to pay attention and learn. There's so much to learn. There's so much to know. And if you just, it gets hard when the market's crazy, you know. It gets hard when the market's crazy. See, what worries me is a lot of these coins pumped up on the weekly and just did not break previous highs. And so when the weekly is really supposed to give you some give you some big movement. When the weekly doesn't give you a lot of movement, that is worrisome for a multi-year bear market. That tells me we could be seeing some issues here. So, you know, backs, it doesn't matter what it was in the dumps, right? And now you don't get the developers, you don't get the projects, you don't get like that constant, you know. We still will get new coins coming out. New coins will still come out, right? Funny, Plu's still banging on the 1 hour even. Interesting. Pluton forming an ascending triangle, you know. Some signs of life here for Pluton. Okay. Send in super chats for deep dives, people. Let me know. Someone asked about a two-drive. Why is Tron pumping? Tron's pumping because it started a stable coin very similar to Terra. And when you use Tron, it's burning this. It's, you know, when you use Tron stablecoin, it's burning Tron now. So he created an ecosystem to kind of give Tron, you know, kind of some incentive. You can't. I mean, yeah. Some people say ridiculous, right? It's Justin Sun, but Pluton's getting overbought on the 4-hour. I'd be wary of it there, right? Profit taking time there. TIDAL even up a little bit. But again, everything getting cooked on that 4-hour. So just be careful. All right. Funny, though, to see some coins still moving. Yeah, and Tron's still getting legs. Look at that. Moving out of the falling wedge as suggested. Funny. Tron made a move on the 1-hour to the upside. Stablecoin, man. And maybe there's stablecoin incentive too. So people are using the stablecoin and they're getting money and they're getting APYs. And so it's making Tron go up in value. We did talk about this. We went over it and we went over it in ATB like 2 weeks ago, right? So it kind of keeps you in the loop. You can see what's going down. You're back. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right. Everybody, the MetaMask course, which is usually the first Friday of every month, we're going to have to move it. It's funny. It's only once a month, but I have to move it today, which is crazy. I'll move it to next Friday, I guess, and we'll reposition it and we'll get it going. Knockout with 2% gains. Yeah, I'm still happy with my large Volt bag. It's going places on the next bull run. I don't know, man. I would be careful just because meme coins get hit the most if Bitcoin takes a bit of a hit. But do whatever makes you happy. I'm happy you're happy. I just want to make sure you stay happy. All right. Bro, you're the crypto preacher today, not the teacher. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. Smash those likes up to 300, everybody. Let's get the likes up to 300, everyone. You got 259 people, 350 people on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Chief, could you show us again the levels to watch on Bitcoin? Nah, man, just go back, dude. Why don't you just go back and screenshot? Like, come on. Come on, Philippe. Which alts will never recover? Remember, when Lifer got laughed at for calling Tron to go up a couple of weeks ago, the TA doesn't lie. That's funny, right? Let's take a look at FITFI. Someone keeps asking about FITFI, like to the point of no return. Let's take a look at it. Are you underwater? Are you freaked out? What's going on? Everything outside the top 25 is at risk of dying forever in a bear. Yeah, yes and no. ATB, remember on ATB when Lifer got laughed at for calling Tron to go up a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that was just crazy, right? I do remember that. That's why I said when he started to chart this out for yourself at the same time, have your charts up and ready to go. I know. I want you to see it. In my opinion, lawyers are going to want to be paid in Bitcoin soon. Funny, right? Lifer, do you think leverage trading is hurting Bitcoin? I can't type today. I give up typing to chat. I bought Charlie's bags. FITFI. Oh, fun. Oh, full fun. I want to make sure I just grab the proper contract address here as we move forward. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate for supporting your boy every single day. And the step at FITFI, the GMT, like, you know, they basically bit GMT, but it's on Avalanche. So you can get it on Trader Joe XYZ. I'm guessing that's where you could scoop this up. Let's take a look. No data is available to the markets, but usually you can get it. Shout out to Ray, man, for the $50 super chat. You're the man, dude. Thanks, Ray. You're the man. Some people in your life, for a reason, for a season. And, you know, Ray's been in my life, I believe, for more than a season. Appreciate you, Ray. You're the man, dude. Much respect to you and yours. I hope everyone's healthy in your family. I know last month. So I hope everyone's doing well. And everyone say a little prayer for his dog, Peppa. His sweet little dog. She had to suffer some, you know, some tough times. Wow, this thing is down in the ground, dude. Look at that. Is this what you're talking about? You want to talk about this? It's like look at that. Is this what you really want to go over here? Bat on the move. 36.5, as I said, here she is. That is not the right chart. It's on Sex, not Dex. Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe we could get it on Oh yeah, I think we did look it on. Huobi Global. That's where it was at. Wow, I mean, you put it out there. I don't have access to Huobi. I don't trade it. But look at that. That's insane. Look at that. We did talk about this coin when it came out. It's up 49,000%. 49,000, a 50x, right? If that's correct, right? Even from the last few days, up 74 and still holding. It's in this channel now, though, right? So this is the channel that you have to respect it in. And actually, it does want to move back to the upside right now. It's actually looking pretty bullish. So it's about to make a move out of the channel, back to the upside, out of the falling wedge, back up here to that resistance point. Interesting. Makes me want to maybe open up a Huobi. Can I trade on Huobi, or do you need a KYC? I haven't figured that out yet. 23% gains coming out of FITFI. Quite interesting. Yeah. Man. Hi, bro. How are you? How are you, man? Diamond Sauce. Shout out to my man with the Diamond Sauce. Diamond Sauce is strong, man. Hey, bro. How are you? Bitcoin doing the unexpected as expected again. That's great. That's great. Hey, it's going to short the longs and long the shorts and vice versa. You know, like... I mean, it's not doing the unexpected at all. It so far cannot get above the resistance point here that it's in. And I'll tell you what, like... So you're in a flag. You're back in the flag. Okay, so you broke out of the flag all the way down. Liquidated all those long, you know. We shorted that. Closed the short when we hit the target. It bounced back up very nice. Look at that V-shaped recovery. It's a beautiful V-shaped recovery back to 36K. But again, you see you have heavy resistance at 36.5. Can't seem to get above it. Where was my previous work here? See the fog, man. The fog. Ever since I've had the fog, forgetting where my previous work is, I'm all like... Because we know it's out there somewhere, right? So this is where we were. And we're still sitting here. Like, bulls need 36.5 or more downside. It's just facts. So don't get too excited about this move, because you're about to get overbought of the 1 hour, pushing. And if you can't get through that, the 15-minute eventually is going to cook on you. So you broke out on the 15-minute. Lovely. Falling wedge to the upside. Measured move is 36,570. But it's likely you get rejected by that area. But we'll watch it closely. Okay. Yo, bro, sending some high-level vibes your way, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Setting lower highs, but it's a bear flag going to play out. A larger time frame is going to smack us down. Exactly. FITFI is on KuCoin. Really? Really? Nah. Really? You sure? It doesn't say it's there. So, take your money, honey, with royal jelly, ginseng. Take your honey with royal jelly, ginseng, and blueberries. Make it a smoothie, as I do in the morning. You're funny. 285 likes. Come on, peeps. They can't get to 300, huh? 350 people don't want to hit it all the way, baby. We got 70 people who want to play games with the lifer. FITFI got listed on KuCoin yesterday. Oh, wow. So it just got listed. All right. So that's why we're unable to see it. So you got to actually chart it on KuCoin. So you have to go over to KuCoin. You want to head over to KuCoin. We'll look at it on the exchange itself. Funny what they're not giving us the data here. I don't know why they're not doing that. What's the point of that? You know. But I like this coin. It's the step-in. It's the step-in knockoff. You know. It's like if you couldn't get step-in, then you get this step-in. FITFI. Step app. Look, they both come up too. It's great. Right? So I just look at it on the exchange. Regulates blood sugar and gets the antioxidants out and the blueberries help brain function. I eat so many blueberries, it's ridiculous. You have no idea. Like, packs on packs. Like, I had to eat 4 packs of blueberries the other night because I forgot we had them and bought more. And then my wife was like, dude, we had blueberries. Like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Let me go back to the store. Oh, I can't return these. I will just eat a bunch of blueberries now. Okay, wife. I will just eat 1,000 blueberries for the night. Thank you. So I just love eating blueberries, man. I eat them all the time. My whole family's like, we're big on blueberries. We're big on bananas. We go through like 50 bananas in a week. I swear, it's crazy. We go through like 200 bananas a month in my house, if not more. There's a chance we go through more. But we eat so many bananas. Wow, it's giving me nothing on this. I can't even get the chart going yet. There it is. Ooh, I found it. There it is. There's the chart. Takes you a second. It's like a detective. Okay. This thing's been hot. We knew about it before it was even on KuCoin. So it's good to know that this channel is still getting the low cap gems that no one knows about before they hit the sexes, right? The centralized exchanges. I'm not trying to be rude, all right? Now, SEX is a CEX, a centralized exchange. So that's tight right there with a possible move to the upside. And also, I showed you the bigger chart on Huobi that does look like it's going to go up like 20-30%. Now it's already up today and it's getting some gains, but it's now gone sideways and there's a chance that this thing does break to the upside. 30% gains on KuCoin. So I would watch this closely, and this is how I'm able to get a chart for you no matter what. High risk, high reward. We'll send that to the Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. You just might get a chart slapped into your feed, right? KuCoin gems. FITFI. And I'm telling you, we'll know what's hot no matter what. There's hotness going on in this market. There's a new coin coming out that people want to get toasty with. And, you know, high risk, high reward. But if anything pumps, that's going to do damage, right? If anything pumps, that's going to do some damage. So, high risk, high risk. But we've been trading it on and off for a while now, right? FITFI. Thank you for putting that on the radar. Appreciate you, brother. Toasty gems. Yeah, exactly. Toasty. Freeze them in a bag and put them in a milkshake whenever you want. Yep. Last month's in the freezer. Make sure they're dry and not much air before you freeze them. Obviously, man. Come on, man. You guys are telling me like things I've been doing since I'm a 39-year-old man. Telling me about freezing my freaking blueberries. Like, let's get real here. Like I didn't do that when I was 25, 15 years ago. You know. How's the new damage indicator coming along? It's perfect. FITFI has outperformed the market for weeks, and the team is doing so much. Great marketing, huge utility. It's a good look. I love that. Breaking. NVIDIA to pay $5.5 million to settle SEC charges over crypto mining disclosures. So strange. I'm having a banana, blueberry, raspberry, black, raspberry, kiwi protein smoothie at the moment. Wow, that's a big one. Let's get real here. I love that. Wow, sir. Look, algo, please. And there's the rejection we're talking about there. 36,800. Oh, no, 36. Yeah, 36,500. 36,005. We got the wick. Came back down. And that's the 15-minute telling you that it's starting to cook back to the downside. Okay? So, and you didn't break previous resistance. All right? 15 minutes going to roll over on you now. Likely. Okay? Price action is going to have to go sideways or to the downside. Usually we'll touch the 21-day moving average, play with it. So looking like we're going to be in kind of something like this now. What you would love is Bitcoin not go below 36K. So you stay above 36K, we have hope of the buyers stepping in. But that's going to be your indication. All right? Don't overtrade. Wait for certain situations to occur. I'd like to see Bitcoin get above 37,000. That's like a big deal for me, right? Bitcoin breaks above 37,000, right? 5.5 is chump change for NVIDIA, right? They've been around for years. They don't care. They were like, word, nice. They're like, easy one again, you know? It's such a funny game they're playing these days. It's all pay to play. Both people know each other. No one cares. Just craziness. Wow, that looks very bullish. See that? That's very bullish, everybody. That's like an extremely bullish pattern. Look at that. That's likely to break to the upside. Like, simply put, like, that's highly likely to move. 1 hour's high, that's weird. Because that channel just looks so nice. 4 hours cooked too. It just looks like you're gonna get a dump. But so this is high risk, high reward. If this pumps, it pumps on a quick scalp on the 15. The chart looks great, but the other time frames don't look too great. Right? I wish they were in a better mode, right? But this does suggest you're about to get a pop right now on the 15 to the upside. So I would watch this for a scalp. TIDAL for a scalp. Stop loss below previous lows here. Support and resistance lines. And now we look at this too. I go to the 7-minute for a precise entry of my scalps on the 15. If the 7 minutes getting high, wait for it to cool off. So like, let's open this up, bring it down. And basically what it tells me is to wait this out for the 7 minute to reset down to here. And that's going to be highly likely my spot to enter the trade. And I put an alert here. And that way I'm more precise than the next guy. And I don't have to buy a higher price and then watch the price come down regardless, right? So that's just something I'm gonna look at, and that's how I like to scalp the 15. Okay. ELON, Dogelon Mars. You're like, it just dropped. Let's take a look. I mean, it's still tight in the channel. You see it? It's still tight in the channel, and the daily's oversold. It's not telling you to sell it right now. No real reason to sell it. So I don't know what you... Did you sell your Dogelon Mars, Elon? No, I did not. I did not. Nope. Nope, I didn't sell my Dogelon Mars. Nope. It looks tight, man. Look at that. It actually looks pretty bullish to me. Elon's still looking bullish, which is interesting. Regardless of the market, Elon looking bullish. So, till we break that high and start to drop, level you'd be worried if we drop this level here. We break that level, then it could cascade all the way back down to zero. So, but we're still hugging. We're still hugging a pretty close zone. So, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, Elon looking pretty good. If Tesla gets the Phi phone out, it'll be bullish of Dogelon Mars. Big time. It mines this coin. Interesting. That's amazing. Will it go up or down in value after George has Elon? Oh, come on, man. Do you ever look at Renko bars? Sometimes, but honestly, someone tried to show me Renko, and like every time she tried to show her Renko, like we would outtrade her, like, and eventually she just realized that like her Renko charts weren't like, they just couldn't master like the way we, because you could do whatever you want, but are you juxtaposing multiple time frames? You know, it's like we're doing quantum leaps here between time frames, and that's really our edge, right? Yeah. All right. Going to break 36,000. It already did just break 36K. What are you talking about? You guys confuse me a lot. She's AVAX down 50% since April 2nd. Yep. What do you think will be the biggest exchange token going forward? It's got to be KuCoin shares, FTT, or BNB. I think FTT has the most room to run, as FTT is also adding in stocks, which could do really well for them. I mean, he's also connected to the government the most, and his family is like, high-end Democrats with big money. So if anyone's gonna make a killing, it's FTT. So there's some insider buying there. It's like not insider, but you know what I mean? Like, you're going on the idea that he has the goods. Sam Bankman-Fried, Alameda, he's got more going than the other guys. So he's more connected. He knows more about the inside scoop of things. His parents will hook him up. That alone is why I've invested in FTT. Also, you got Tom Brady. You got a lot of big celebrities on FTT that you don't have for the other ones. So also, though, the market cap's really big. I think KuCoin shares is the one that could give you the most return. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I love KuCoin shares. I got into KuCoin shares when they were $1. You know what I'm saying? KuCoin shares when they were at $1, man. When they were at $1. Yes, plus the backing. Sam got the backing? What's the backing? Quality control kennels. What are you saying here? Good afternoon from Athens, Greece. Thank you. Shout out to you and yours. I was laughing on the screen share when you said how people come and say what they think price is going. Yeah, they're the worst, man. 50K. Crow took a major L. Yeah, I mean, when you take away, when you make your customers really happy by giving them something that they can't get other places, and then you take it away, you piss off your customers. Okay? Simple as that. Like if I offered a course for $100 and then next week it was $200, people would be pissed off. You don't raise prices on your customers, and you don't take away incentives that you already had. You never make it worse for your customer. You only make it better. If your business is making things worse for your customer, then you messed up. You messed up. Dan Sam, you said earlier you only hold Bitcoin. You wouldn't hodl ETH? I'm expecting the flippening. No, definitely. I would never touch ETH, man. I'm expecting the flippening. You guys are hilarious. ETH is never going to flip Bitcoin, man. It's not Bitcoin. Okay? It's not a scarce asset like Bitcoin. 21 million Bitcoins, man. ETH, man. ETH. You're talking about a coin that ruined DeFi, that basically got fees so high that people had to make new chains just to use decentralized finance. I'm just, I bought ETH at $9 or at $89 when it first came out. I knew about it when it was $9. I like ETH. I've always, but I just think there's something, I don't know. ETH is disappointing me too much in my lifetime. So I've moved on, man. I've moved on. I'm a Bitcoin maxi, really, when it comes down to it. And I'm not afraid to admit it, So always hold both ETH and Bitcoin. I mean, of course I hold ETH. Like I hold 20 ETH or something like that. I hold like a large amount of ETH compared to most people. I just don't think about it, don't look at it, don't care about it, don't want to know about it. And I just leave it, kind of stashed, You don't get it though. People don't realize that Bitcoin. See, look, ETH will flip Bitcoin because Bitcoin Gold 2. ETH is Internet 3.0. People don't realize that that Bitcoin will become the Internet 3.0. Everyone doesn't realize that Bitcoin will eventually become fast and easy and become an underlining back end of the Web 3.0 internet. It already kind of is. People don't realize that as well. You guys will all see in the long run what happens. You're forgetting there's 6 million lost Bitcoin. Exactly. There's so many lost Bitcoin of the 21 million. You know what I'm saying? So you got Bitcoin will be the scarcest asset in the world, in my humble opinion. People are going to hodl it, and it's never going to be outside. Like exchanges won't have it. Exchanges will have Ethereum, but they won't have Bitcoin. It'll be scarce faster, in my humble opinion. Nobody wants it. I don't know, Terra is the premier DeFi blockchain. Terra is awesome. Terra is amazing. I mean, Bitcoin is a boss and always will be. See, this dude knows what he's saying. I disagree. Why would everyone working to move to Bitcoin when Web3 is already developed on ETH? That's my thoughts anyway. You do whatever you want, man. I don't want to even have this argument. We'll see who's richer in the long run. You buy your ETH, I'll buy my Bitcoin. We'll see who makes more money in the long run. Thoughts on Kadena? Say you bought one ETH and one Bitcoin, both when they were $300. Like, which one won the race? Like, I'm just saying. Like, Bitcoin's already blown ETH out the water. It's already done way more than ETH would ever do, and it didn't even have all the building that ETH had. You know, what happens when all Bitcoin is mined? It becomes very scarce. And that's when people start, like, I don't even want to say what they're going to do to get Bitcoin, but you know, use your imagination, you know, like, it'll be a war zone for that Bitcoin. It'll be locked up in, like, titanium, you know, like. My man saying, oh, his Phantom 3L is killing it. I'm like, dude, you better get out of that. And, like, now Phantom 3S is up 7%. So how is he destroying it with Phantom 3L right now? You know? That's just funny, man. It's about to get oversold and get a bounce back to the upside. I don't know. This market's looking so sketchy. Market's looking very, very sketch. I'll be honest. Yeah, look at that. Just got rejected, just like I said it would. And now you can barely hold 36,000. 15 minutes, it's coming down on you. And here's the dump, baby. Here comes the dump. Here it comes. Rejection, right? And what you got going on, which no one wants to talk about, is obvious TA. That's a rising wedge. Rising wedges do what? They break down 68% of the time. Where do they go? They go to the bottom of the wedge. If you have stochastics pointing to the downside, then it's like a 90% chance that you're going to get the dump. So you didn't break a previous high. You're going to roll over, okay? Which you're begging for this double bottom. That's what you're begging for. You're begging for this double bottom and the 1 hour to kick it. And because the 1 hour is coming back down or has some momentum to the upside. Right now, you're going to watch this 15-minute continue to the downside, though, because that's likely what's happening, okay? I'm sorry to hurt everybody's feelings, but when you don't get above the previous highs, you're rolling over, okay? It's simple as that. It is simple as that. There's nothing else you can, you know, you're not forcing it. You're not faking it. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Take that wedge down, you know? FDM is into descending. Yeah, but no arguments, just discussion. We can discuss without an argument. Don't even use the word argument, though. See, the person that used the words argument to me is the one argument. Like, if you don't even use the word argument, it wasn't an argument. It was just a discussion, you know? So don't even use the word argument. Like, just keep it out. I sold my ETH I got for around $100 to buy and stake in my business. I never even thought of selling my Bitcoin. That's funny, see? If everyone just holds Bitcoin, it'll have no use but to hold. What makes that valuable? You don't get it, do you, Dylan? Everyone holds their gold too, right? You see people selling gold, you go get, it's still valuable, right? Gold's gone up from $200 an ounce in 1910, 20, all the way to 2000. It's 10x its buying power, while the dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. Bitcoin doesn't have to do anything, my friend. If the dollar dumps and they keep printing it, Bitcoin could do nothing and no one could use it at all. It will still go up in value because it's not the dollar, dude. I'm selling all my crypto for Netflix. Yikes, that's a bad idea. Are you serious? It's the worst thing I've ever heard. I can't stand Netflix. I just canceled my subscriptions, and I actually used to work with them, like, and I'm happy I don't now. I'm super happy I don't work with Netflix ever again, and I'm happy I have nothing to do with them. You know, I really am. I sold some Bitcoin to hike my LLC and buy my website and domain name. Not financial advice here. Dang, man. Hey, but you'll be able to hopefully turn that into a business that can give you a residual, and you can flip back in the other way, right? If you're new to the channel, every day we do go over the show, which is Bitcoin dominance total to the entire market cap of cryptocurrency and the Dow Jones, as well as gold, silver, and some other things to kind of look at the world. Look at the Dow Jones today, down 231 points, getting rejected yet again. Had that beautiful V-shaped decovery, right? A V-shaped decovery, not recovery, and we would dump to the downside. We are double bottoming here. However, if we look 15 minutes high like Bitcoin, 1 hour's low. So similar story. We got to get through this 15 minutes, see how bad the dump could be. Do we double bottom? That's what we want to see. Do we double bottom? And you can see Bitcoin mirroring the Dow Jones exactly. They're kind of exactly right. Because look, I just showed you Bitcoin was in a rising wedge about to break to the downside, and this is the exact rising wedge that the Dow's in with the red candle. They're identically correlated right now. They're doing the exact same thing. It's so insane. Even the 15-minute right now is directly the same place. This is Bitcoin, which is crazy. I never thought I could go over the Dow and tell you that we were going over Bitcoin. But right now, you go over the Dow, you're going over Bitcoin. So expect a pullback right now. Hope for the double bottom for the Dow here too at 32,450. That's going to be our bounce here. But you're getting a sell-off right now on the 15-minute. 1 hour eventually will want to make a bit of a bounce. Can we get it? Ugly patterns at play. Ugly patterns at play. When I look at the Dow here on the 4 hour, I suggested they were trying to hang out inside of this pattern. Okay. This was like a kind of a bull pennant wedge, if you know, and let me I'm gonna delete my word. I just get frustrated when I see the OCD of all the. It's sad because it's hard to do work on multiple time frames on the same chart because certain, you know, they mess it up. You know what I mean? So there's your falling wedge to the upside here, right? And you're at the bottom of the channel. 4 hour also wants to roll on you. Like, you just got to pray that somehow it doesn't, which is weird. Like, that tells me the 4 hour is going to roll down somewhere into that region, right? You got support and resistance holding. I mean, you're at a double bottom here that basically needs to hold. It coincides with this area right here, this notch. You break that, you have this area, this bigger, and you have these two areas to watch for. 31,000. But wow, yeah, the Dow just taking a tumble. And now it's in a fall. It's, you know, it's a rounded top. Rounded tops do not pay the bills. That top is rounded for the Dow Jones. So you're hoping the 1 hour can bounce you. But you got to get through this 15-minute first. See how low we're going to go. Okay. The dollar index did get rejected by that top channel that we talked about, 104, and took a nice dump down. All right. Still heading down on the 4 hour too. So it's interesting. You know, the Dow and the dollar dropping. Currency is what altered the course of human civilization. Money is idolized and is embedded. That is necessary. And it is embedded that it is, and it is embedded that it is necessary to have in order to survive. I don't think you need money to survive, right? We have 36.5 a couple times. It will crack. I do own more Bitcoin than ETH, but I think you can't go wrong with either Ether follows Bitcoin to a T. To each his own. I agree. I think you'll be fine either way, you know. Yeah. Is Dow Jones the same as the SPX? Yeah, they're basically following each other pretty easily, pretty closely, you know. Hold up, put this in alphabetical. I got some brain fog today, everyone. It's just not. My brain has to be fast to do this show, like super fast and all over the place, and it's not as easy to do that when I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. So look, I kept talking about this green line being my big rejection point, right? And we did get rejected by it, but now we're trying to push back up. And what I didn't like is the daily getting oversold and showing signs of life right there. This is what I want to see, that red candle, but not enough. I mean, the daily's oversold now. And like, I don't know, I'm seeing some mixed signals that we could be in for some pain, because if this breaks up hard, that's going to send Bitcoin wiling. Okay. And right now, you're you know, that should have dumped. Like, the daily dumped on you in the stochastics, but you didn't. You only went sideways, tiny bit. Worrisome to me. Very worrisome. 3-day needs to get rejected here and come on to the downside. This rising wedge did break up parabolically. That's not a good sign as well. So we need this to get rejected, but at the same time, that daily's looking strong. So 4 hour has momentum to the downside, keep coming down, just like Bitcoin, though, which is interesting. Actually, no, Bitcoin wants to bounce, but So I'm seeing so much indecisiveness right now, honestly. Some days I come out here and it's like bang, 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 bang. Other days, there's a couple days a week where it's just like, hey, and when it's that hard, you don't overtrade it, you know? It's all too deep for me. Bitcoin might take everything out. This advice feels familiar. Hey, folks, instead of throwing into chat a token you like, Sam, to look into, send in a super chat. Yeah. Check out the DeFi MetaMask course next Friday, guys. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Thanks for saying that. Now I potentially can jump into the DeFi course. First Friday of the month is inventory. So stoked to be able to get into that. Put these stables to work, baby. Awesome, man. The American colonies used Spanish silver reales for money for 200 years. Yeah, they did. And silver lasted a long time. They even used colonial script, and we talk all about that, you know. We talk all about that. Total market cap of all of cryptocurrency, and we showed you here it was struggling to hold 1.65 trillion. It's now 1.64. There is this one. It's kind of a level. You can see we bounce right there. We bounce right there. So we're holding it right there. I could slap my line in. We're holding it, but we break, highly likely to come 1.54. Okay. We're also kind of breaching the bottom of this bigger channel. So just something to think about. Okay. On the total market cap. Tether dominance is in an ascending triangle, which we've gone over. And, you know, when I look at it on the daily here, it's trying to flip there. See that? I got indecisiveness all over the market. And, you know, my edge is gained off of not when the Stokes are in the middle and don't know what they're going to do. So, you know what? My edge, when I don't have an edge, it's okay. It's okay when you don't have an edge. It's good to have an edge in the market. So when you don't have your edge established, you don't trade. It's simple. Like, you don't overtrade when you don't have an edge. No point to do that. It's hard to get some points across when limited to 200 characters. Silver is awesome as money. It has a natural antiseptic properties. So passing... No, antiseptic? I thought it was, antimicrobial. I guess antiseptic, but you're the man. Been following you a long time. I'm almost about to quit my job. Almost, man. 2023, so much wisdom dispensed. But the best is always chart. How many touch points for a valid wedge? About 2 to 3. 3 is really gives it to you. 3 is like the ideal. Yeah. The system smashes it. The upside is the group learning has turned me into a way better Forex trader. The system smashes it. Oh yeah, you could put my stuff on any single market in the world and you're going to see it play out pretty nicely. That's why I love it. Like, I'm not just teaching you crypto. You can trade any market in the world. Like, I was actually looking at Twitter yesterday and it actually looks bullish to me. I had it in this cup and handle on around the blockchain. I don't know if you remember. It's actually been up since the whole market's been dumping, but Twitter looks strong. Daily wants to push back to the upside. Twitter actually looks like it can continue up. With all the buzz going on, it could be the hottest thing in the game right now. It's pretty interesting, right? Bitcoin dominance fell down, trying to pop back to the upside here. It's in a bit of a cup and handle. You see that? Bitcoin dominance. So can Bitcoin dominance make a move back to the upside on the daily? Let's take a look at Tether dominance on the daily. And that's indecisive. Hopefully it will get rejected and come back down to the bottom of this area. I won't be trading a lot today, or if at all. So many mixed signals, I can't get a good read. Antimicrobial, yeah, that's right. I meant that. I bought one of the first pennies minted in the New World, made in 1546, for maravillas. The Spanish made the Aztecs use it as money. Amazing. If Twitter's going private, though, and a price has been set for the shares, how long can it still be traded for? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. My bad. But I believe it's going to come back public. And Liver says the exact thing as soon as I said that. LOL. I've been listening as a slang some tortillas. Respect. You sell tortillas, man? Honey is honey also is antibacterial. He's also right about that. Like, honey will never go bad. Like, it can't go bad. Like it's like the one thing that can't ever go bad. Like it's impossible for honey to. It's weird. Speaking of my honey, I got silver and honey, man. I got it all, baby. Yeah. CRPT has potential. Nice. Can I buy some? Honey is so good for your gut, too. Is it Manuka honey? Manuka honey is for Manuka. Anyone got an original gold sovereign from England? 1489. Mama, looking sharp today with a suit and all. Shout out to Denise Ankin. Thank you so much, Denise. Appreciate that. Wow. Denise, getting hot in here. It can crystallize, though. Yeah, it can, but that's okay. People who suffer allergies should eat locally made honey all the time, baby. I say that every day. Honey is antibacterial because it contains a high enough percentage of peroxide that any bacteria that goes near it dies. I'm a PhD chemist, by the way. Chemistry, bro. Love you, man. PhD chemist is awesome. Where do you Forex? Can you link me on Discord? I'm CK Calderon. Who just sits beside a huge jar of honey? I do every day. Every day. Be Well Honey. Shout out to Be Well Honey out of 54 Macquon Street, Pembroke, Mass. Be well. Drink honey every single day. Apparently, you're new to the channel. Honey is not that great for your gut because it kills healthy bacteria in your gut. It's marketing lies, unfortunately. Sorry. Marketing lies? I drink honey just because people have been doing it for thousands of years. I don't drink honey because of some person told me to do it. There's no marketing. Like, I drink honey because it's a natural form. And honestly, I drink honey every day and I'm fine. So, TIDAL broke out. Looks like it would have. Highly likely to make a bit of a punch. Let's take a look at TIDAL here on the 15. We talked about a scalp here. Let's hit auto. Wow, look at the massive move for TIDAL. And we just talked about TIDAL making a bit of a move here. And look at TIDAL breaking out for gains of 7%. Bang, bang, bang. TIDAL. And there you go. You know, and that's why people come to this channel even on days like today. You're going to find your way. You're going to find a boom. TIDAL for gains. Wow. TIDAL. Hey man, I'm gonna find something. I can't believe today, no matter what, and it's still climbing to the upside for TIDAL. Man, if I had $1 for every trade I missed because I was live streaming, I'll tell you what. Bang, bang, bang. Royal jelly. It's good for you. Yeah, we grow ancient corn and make tortillas straight from the farm to table like ancestors. That's so awesome, dude. Don't need marketing. The results speak for themselves. I know, right? I don't know. I have had raw honey start to ferment on me. You're funny, man. When you send a trade chart idea alerts into your Discord, is that a signal to go into the trade or just an idea for folks to explore on their own to decide? Yeah, no signals. It's just something to explore. It means that, dude, here's the deal. You guys watch me every day and you're like, all right, he's hyperactive. He's in the charts literally for hours a day. He's obsessive. So if he sees something in the charts, what do you think? Like, so if I post something in the charts, I'm not telling you ever to buy it. A lot of times I'll post something and the 4 hour will be high and I'll say, listen, I like the way this looks, but 4 hours is just, it's still high, man. Like, we need to wait for that to come down. I'm going to set an alert. I teach you how to do what you need to do. I'm having my honey as we speak. Yum. Lifer, put it on toast when it does. Yeah, like I never bought honey. See, chemistry, bro, you're like, it's marketing laws. Honey is not that great for you because it kills healthy bacteria in your gut. I don't believe that. Because I've been eating honey for a long time, you know? What is gut microbiome? Consumption of anti-manuka honey does not. Look at that. Look, improve your gut health. Raw honey helps support digestive system because it does not ferment in the stomach like most refined sugars and aggravate the digestive tract. That suggests that manuka honey is not rapidly bactericidal and that it is unlikely to fully eradicate bacterial gut infection. That's not enough to learn. I have to do like a long deep dive. Effective honey improving the gut microbiome. Look, increasing consumer emphasis. The combination of prebiotic of Manuka honey is applied by inhibiting the Helicobacter bacterium that cause stomach ulcers and by supporting the growth of Lactobacillus reuteri. More deeply, the two antibiotic components, Reiterin and Lactobacillus reuteri and methylglycol from Manuka honey have a structural similarity. In this perspective, each type of the honey probably could support a special strain of beneficial bacteria. In vivo clinical trials may evaluate and establish potential probiotic efficiency of honey. I don't know. Yeah, see, I just don't buy that. But again, a lot of my knowledge comes from instinct. Like, my instinct says no. Like, it's not really like, well, you know, there's TIDAL getting gains. And it looked like it was highly likely to make a move. Thank God I found it when I did. Just freaking caught that one at the last second there. But it was likely to make a move. Stochastics were pointing to the upside. MACD had lack of bearish momentum on the turnkey there. And, you know, you even had what I call is that, like, that falling wedge action. Sorry, let me delete this. And this is why people come to the channel. I'm going to catch gains. Every single day of my life, there's going to be a gain to be caught, you know. Honey cut with golden syrup is the deadly stuff. What is that? Golden syrup? I gave Manuka honey to my mama when she had cancer. It helped her energy levels and happiness. Honey is antibacterial because it's dry, it has zero moisture, and bacteria needs water to grow. Honey is essentially glucose. Yeah. What kind of storms do you detect? Storm detector. Bears like honey, but bulls prefer grass. You guys are funny, man. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. Anyone says that my system doesn't play out, how did TIDAL break out in front of us immediately so you can take that and put it in your pipe and smoke it. Shout out to everyone that there's so many people who want to hate on you when you start to grow, right? And there's always a hater creeping around the corner. Did you see that one, hater? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see that one? Take a picture, hater. It lasts longer. Hey, you know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I detected crazy YouTube host, Storm Detector, best YouTuber. They use Manuka honey in burn units for third-degree burns. Manuka honey can kill bacteria associated with digestive issues. Interesting. See, look at that. Look at this, man. Everyone's about the Manuka honey. It's all about the Manuka, though, huh? If you got 100 haters today, hope for 1,000 this time next year, baby. I know, right? Put that in your mouth, smoke it. I'm going to clip that one. Love that show. Thanks, Lifer. Bitcoin. Lifer's okay. Honey is no different than drinking sugar. Causes insulin spike, which is why you feel good drinking it. You should research it more and consider stopping it. Boomer Dave, that's not true, man. It is different than drinking sugar. It's 110% different. Like, yeah. It doesn't cause an insulin spike. That's a lie. And we just actually broke down why, because it doesn't turn into the same type of sucrose as sugar. Boomer Dave, you were wrong. You have just made it. You actually come up with a false statement online. But whatever. Let's not get into health, man. Let's keep it into crypto. You know. And honestly, I don't care what other people think. I've been having honey every day for literally 7 to 8 years of my life now. And I do not have high blood pressure. I do not have diabetes. I do not have high sugar and anything of that nature. So I'm good to go. I'm doing what I believe is good for me. You do what's good for you. You know? You know what I mean? Prayers for your baby all the way from Rotan, Honduras. Thank you, Becky. It's both. Think about it. If it never goes off because it kills bacteria, it can't aim that at only bad bacteria. Some good, healthy bacteria is going to get taken out too. It's not overall bad, though. Your liver processes fructose like it's alcohol, which is why people get liver failure from too much soda. Exactly, right? Have you married, sir? No. Would you like to? No, of course I'm married. Alpadaku? That's so funny. Have you married, sir? Would you like to marry me? You guys, this is too much. I'm jumping out of here for the day, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We nailed TIDAL. banged on them to the upside. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I'll see you guys all in the next live stream tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I get my first morning off in freaking 5 days. Finally, I don't get days off, but I do get mornings off. I like to walk with my daughter and have fun in the morning. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for kicking it. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Honey is life. Crypto is life. Be safe. I love you all. Remember, you can do anything you put your mind to. This is the day to change your life. Don't worry about the price of Bitcoin. Remember about your price. Where are you at? Where do you sit? Where do you feel? Where's your net worth? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you all. I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. to take on the Saturday night stream. Peace. Be safe. Have a great time. Crypto is life.